Welcome to Learning Lessons to 20 Million Bucks. We got people jumping in. Okay, I'm gonna make sure my doors are closed. I'm getting focused. I just got off a Rising Star event. Bart was on there. He's on here as well. Okay, good to see you, buddy. I'm really gonna talk for probably about 20-ish minutes, really on, okay, what did we learn as we scaled our company and multiple companies in that respect. Okay, so if you think about, for example, full transparency, 5 year, I would actually 4 years ago, 4.5 years ago, I had no employees, no team members. I was doing it all on my own. I was just selling insurance as an independent agent, one-on-one, right? And I wasn't actually building a real, I was building a business in a way, but I wasn't doing a bunch of extra things, right? Like I wasn't thinking about this in a grander scale, right? So that's what really got my attention as I kind of talk through tonight's concept is, okay, what are some of the things that we learned as we scaled? And it's not 20 million bucks in one company, by the way, right? Like we've got the insurance agency with my dad, right? We've got the marketing company with Landon. We've got Cody Askins LLC at 8% Nation, right? Which is my wife and I. We've got Askins Financials / Star, which Steve runs, that works with Hispanic agents. We've got the storage facility. I'm also business partners with Matt and Christy Evans and my dad now. As we acquire insurance agencies, that's the acquisition side, right? As we acquire insurance agencies, we've also got the storage facility where my wife and I are in the middle of buying a bunch of 9 acres and a go-kart track right now. We decided this weekend we would love to invest and buy some car washes, right? Like, you know, I'm just thinking about, okay, what are all the things that we're doing? What did we learn? And really, where are we headed? And what can you learn from what we did? So I'm going to really talk through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 specific points tonight. Okay, as I talk through this, but I really want to start out before I get into these 7 points. I want to ask you, what are the main 3 things that you are doing to scale your company right now? Okay, I really believe that everyone should have 3 main priorities every single day. Okay, so if I ask you right now, what are your main priorities? What are the things you're doing from 1 to 3 every single day? What are you doing? What would you say? Okay, throw them in chat if you know, but if you're not really sure, because if you're just individually selling, you're either prospecting, you're presenting, or you know what I mean? You're either prospecting or selling. Like there ain't too much more to do, or you're processing, right? If you're doing the admin stuff, right? There isn't too many things you can do. You can either be trying to get in front of people, sitting in front of people, or processing the stuff that you did while you were in front of people. Like that's pretty simple, right? Well, for me as a business owner, we've got over 100 staff. We've got 15,000 square feet. We've got office in Marshfield, 30 miles away. We've got an office here that I'm standing in. We've got another office on the other side. We got the storage facility back behind us. We're acquiring 5 different P&C locations right now in the acquisition space. Like we're focused on expansion, right? Scaling something. And so that's really what I want to talk about tonight is how to think through the concept of scaling. Okay. So first is the network piece is extremely important. Like the people always says your network is your net worth, right? Who you know is so stinking valuable. Like who you know is crazy important. The question is, who do you know, right? Who do you know? Do you know the right people? Do you know the right people to go to become a millionaire, or are you still missing out on knowing the right people? And when I say know the right people, do you sort of know them? Like this guy DM'd me on Instagram the other day. It was hilarious. And he's like, hey, Cody, I saw you had pictures with Patrick Bet-David and Grant Cardone and Eric Thomas, and that's really cool. Do you know, how do you know them? Because I'm acquaintances with them. That's what the guy said he was. And I'm like, dude, this dude's 18 years old. He's a kid. He ain't ever been to an event. Like the dude is not acquaintances with Grant Cardone and Patrick Bet-David and Eric Thomas. Like, let's get real. But that's what people do now. They put on this facade that they know people. And I was like, dude, I don't know them. Yeah, they know me. Okay, but I paid them to know me. Are they really in my network? Not really, right? We could say they are, but they're really not. In what way are they really in my network? They're really not, because I'm not, I can't go and just do stuff with them unless I paid them, right? So like, could Albert and I or Corinna and I form a relationship and start to do stuff together, right? In the future, yes, without either one of us having to pay each other. Like, could that happen? Totally. Like a rising tide raises all ships, right? And the network piece is huge because we would not be doing as much as we do in revenue without the network piece, hands down. Okay, so the network piece, super, super, super valuable, super important. When I think about the networking piece, I actually specifically think about our Power Player Mastermind, because in Power Players, what we're doing is we're giving you a network of 100, I'm putting up 10 like it's 100, 10 times 10, okay? 100 of the top people in the country, in the industry, and we're bringing them together on a monthly Zoom to brainstorm, and we're doing 2 extremely epic events per year for those top 100 people in the industry to come together and network, right? And learn from one another and spend time from one another. So if you think you're on your way to Power Player status, right? Todd or Corinna or Jonathan or Bart, right? If you think you're on your way to Power Player status, right? Or if you're on your way to growing and you are earning 6 figures plus, but you're not in Power Players, then you're not in the right network, right? Which is point number 1 tonight, which is network. Okay, network is super important. Your network is vital. I ignored this piece for far too long. Okay, I'll be the first to admit I make a lot of mistakes. That was one of them. Okay, number 2, as I go through 7 really quick. Number 2, you need to promote harder than you actually think you need to. Okay, so when you're promoting your business or your company, you could send something out locally. You could do an email blast, you could do a TV commercial, you could do a radio, you could do whatever. You could call everybody in the city, like you could text everybody. You could literally do everything in your power to let everyone know about your event that you're doing, your grand opening of your office, your concert, whatever. Maybe you're throwing an event in your local city. You could think you invited everyone. You could think you touched everyone. You could think everyone knows. You could think that you've busted your tail. And I can tell you, it's never enough. I've learned this because literally there's some of you that don't even know that we've got a virtual workshop for $37 on Friday. Or you don't know that we've got a 1% mastermind where we have 50 people that come hang out in Scottsdale in January at Talking Stick Resort, because that's a high level play. It's not a big power player, 15K, all that. It's like, hey, dude, I just want to spend $1,000 or a couple $1,000 and I want to get in the room with power players and 1%ers. That's why we have a 8% in July, we have a 1% in January. That's why we have 1% there. Okay. Also, if anything I'm saying jumps out at you and you're like, hey, I would like you more information about 1%, or I would like more information about power players, like, put that in chat and I'll make sure that we get you the information, because not only do I want to provide you with that education and entertainment and value and provide knowledge to you tonight and really share a lot of the mistakes I made, but I want to also do more stuff together in the future. Okay, like that, hands down, my agenda is for us to partner together in some way. I don't mean moving contracts, by the way, because I don't do that. I just mean in general, I just want us to do more stuff together. And so if you're open to that and that's cool and you think that you would maybe ever want to do something, then hey, let's talk. Okay. So you need to promote harder than you ever think. Most people think they're promoting hard enough. You are not promoting. You're never promoting hard enough. That's what I've learned. Okay, so if you think you're promoting hard, you're not. You can say, well, dude, I'm just making calls. Well, you're probably not making enough. I'm sending out mail. You need more. Like I'm telling you, this promotion, this marketing game takes more than you think. Okay, your marketing budget takes more than you think. All of it. Okay, like if you focus on the expense line more or as much as the top line revenue line, then you will hold your top line revenue back. We are spending ungodly, crazy amounts of money here. Why? Because I want the top line revenue to grow, and I want to get to $100 million amongst several companies. What I write down every single morning is we have hundreds of companies doing $1 billion a year in annual revenue. That's going to take a lot of companies. That's going to take a lot of promotion. That's going to take a lot of money, expenses, whatever. Okay, so you got to figure out, what do you want to promote? What do you want to do? What do you want to focus on? And how do you do it better? How do you do it harder? Okay, that's number 2. Number 3, right? Find your niche. Okay, find your niche. For example, in your niche, you're going to need to make sure that you are phenomenal in your niche. You know everything about your niche. You are the person in your niche, and people know who you are. right? There's a buddy of mine that well, sort of buddy. We're getting to know each other. He's like the flood insurance guru or whatever, right? I don't know, but I can tell. I don't know if he's any good at selling it. I just know that when people think of flood insurance, think of this guy because he's branded himself as that's his niche. Okay, the fastest way to seven figures in the insurance industry, the fastest way to seven figures in the insurance industry is to own a niche. Okay, you want to be a millionaire? Own a niche. Okay, you got to stop this freaking I sell 42 products and 82 carriers and all this crap. Like, own a niche. Okay, when I look at the power player group or the people that attend 1% in January, guess what they do? They own a niche. Whether it's, I literally, at the Houston Road Show, there were literally 3 seven-figure earners at dinner, and guess what? Three of them, there was more than that, but 3 of them all sold just ACA. And they were earning over $1 million a year, 3 of them. Wow. ACA, there's no money in health insurance, right? I don't know. Apparently there is. Okay, they got my attention. Well, what happened is they were in a niche and they owned the niche. Okay, what is your niche? You want to go, I mean, I'm telling you that we're giving this away for free. These are some really big things that we've learned along the way. Okay, we've learned along the way, right? Also, as I'm sharing these, I would love to know what's on your mind. What do you think is holding you back? I'd love for you to share stuff in chat, ask questions. I would love for you to share what is your target? What is your goal? What is your niche? What's your favorite out of these things that I'm sharing so far? What's standing out? Are you getting a big idea? Are you getting a big takeaway, right? Share that thing with me, okay? Number 4, stay the course, right? Stay the course. Most people stop and they slow down and they quit or they pivot just a little bit too soon. Okay, so if you're like, dude, I've been doing this. I mean, number 5 is you got to be open to change. So I'll put these two together. Like, yes, you want to play the long game, but you got to be open to change. Like, if you're in a situation where you just constantly make 4, 5, 6 grand a month and you cannot make more and you're beating your head against the wall and you're struggling and you've been doing it for 2 years, pivot. Be open. You stayed the course. You've already stayed the course. Now be open to change. Be open to new ideas. Be open to getting around big time people. Be open to like learning on another level. Be open to doing everything you can to get ahead in this thing. Because I can tell you, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing, expecting the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Like I want to do the same thing. I want to stay the course, but I also want to be open to change because literally, I mean, Kevin O'Leary says that like, if you do something for 3 years and it's not profitable, you're not making money yet after 3 years. Dude says it's a hobby, Grace. Like he says it's a hobby. Well, I can tell you, I've done some stuff for 3 years. I didn't make money yet, but I ain't doing them anymore. Okay, like that. That's the problem. Most people are operating hobbies instead of businesses. You want to learn how to become a millionaire and scale this thing out, dude. You got to do more of it, right? You got to do more of it. Okay. How do you know when someone is worth your time to network with? Well, I can tell you, I believe they're worth my time if they're making an equal amount of money to me or greater. That's a first criteria. That's not the ultimate or the main criteria, but that's one of the first criteria that you can do. Okay, like I'm curious, for example, out of everyone that's on, who's currently earning 6 figures? Okay, help me out there. I'm gonna do different stages this webinar, but I need you to help me out. Okay, and I need you to share. Right? Send it privately if you don't want everybody to see. Like if you don't want everybody to know that you're doing well. Like don't tell anybody, right? At least tell me. Okay, I want to know. I want to know how you're doing, how well you're doing, what you're doing. And so if you're making 6 figures, type me in chat and let me know. Hey, I'm doing all right at this thing, man. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not a millionaire. Maybe you are. Tell me. Okay, I would love to know. Right? Derek on my team is in here. He's earning 6 figures. He's on my team. Right? So he's even jumping in and putting me. Okay, the question is, how do you level up and do more, right? So you got to ask yourself that all the time. Okay, appreciate you guys. Okay, let me add on open to change. You got to be open to this, to being able to pivot and see other items. For example, the acquisitions piece. I ignored it. I ignored it. Now, dude, I want to buy hundreds of insurance agencies. Like I'm craving it. I'm excited. It's a focus. It's an important piece. I was open to change, but I needed the right business partner to pull it off because I couldn't do it. My previous guy that was running my company couldn't do it. Like he don't know anything about it, right? He's not a bad enough dude to pull it off. I needed a bad dude to pull it off. right? So sometimes you just need a bad dude or a bad dudette to partner with you in certain ideas or other ventures or whatever. Okay, so I used to ignore business partners, used to think it was stupid, used to hate the idea. Now I'm open to it. Like I eventually want dozens of business partners around the world. I said it. I never thought I would say that. I'm looking back 3 years ago. I would have thought I was nuts. There's no way I would say that. I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. Number 6. Okay, number 6. If you're taking notes, I went through network, promote, niche, stay the course, open to change. Now number 6 is team. Okay, number 6 is team. Team is important, right? So if you have team members, or if you would like to add team members, type team in chat. If you would like to add team members to your team and add people and grow your team, add team to chat right now. Okay, TEAM and add team, because I can tell you, you can't. That's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is you can't do anything big or you can't go anywhere special without a team. You need people to grow. You need people to scale. You need people to win. You need people to push ahead, right? Like Andrew, good point, buddy. Like team, dude, you need team. Okay, somebody's awakened with me. Okay, you need a team, right? Like we do a business expansion workshop here at the office, and we do it once a quarter. The next one is December 15th and 16th, and I can tell you, like and we also have a virtual ticket, by the way, right? Like if that interests you, okay, if that interests you, type biz in chat or team in chat. If you want to grow your team, and you're interested at all, okay, at all in recruiting, interviewing, hiring, onboarding, or operations at all, okay, at all, then type team or business in chat, and I want to make sure that you get access. You either come here to Springfield for the business expansion workshop in a couple of weeks, or you jump online on Zoom and watch virtually, okay, which is okay too, by the way. Okay, it's totally okay. Okay, but team's important. Like I ignored that aspect. I used to do it all. I was a control freak. I had my hands on everything, and I thought that was good. That was bad. Like if you were doing it all, if you're answering the phone, if you're handling service, if you're greeting people at the door, you're running the appointments, you're calling the carriers, you're doing all this, it's stupid. Okay, you cannot scale without people. It's impossible. You need prospects, sure, but you also need people to help you with the prospects. Donovan, thank you. Okay, Donovan's done a bunch with us, team, so let's make sure we hook him up with some type of special deal because he needs this. I'd love for him to be here. If he can't, get him on Zoom at least. Okay, appreciate you, Donovan. We'll make sure we take care of you. Okay, that's important because you need people, right? People are the piece, the secret. And then number 7 is get in the room, like power players, business expansion workshop or 1%. Get in the room with people, man. Like get in the room. Okay, and Zoom is not the room. Let me let you in a little secret, man. Zoom is not the room. Okay, Grace, you need to be in the room with power players, being around people, sitting at the bar, in the elevator, in the private event, in Puerto Rico in March 16th through the 20th with all the power players, sitting on the beach, putting some, if you look like me, sun tanning lotion on, right? You're drinking a little strawberry margarita. Anybody picking up what I'm laying down, okay? You're getting a little sunburn, but it's totally worth it because you've got 7-figure earners all around you and they're just spitting gold and knowledge. They're freaking dropping money out of their pocket and you're just picking up what they're laying down. Is anybody else with me? Okay, like that's what this thing is all about. That's what getting in the room affords you. I didn't used to get in the room. Now I've been to more industry events, actually events in the industry or outside the industry in the last literally 3.5 years than probably anybody else you know. Is that an accident? No, it's not an accident. It happened by chance. Some of it did, but has it paid off? And is it one of the biggest things you can ever do? 100%, right? 100%. It's so important. Okay, Jonathan Jones, dude goes to a lot of events, right? The dude's committed. The dude's serious. I have a ton of respect for that guy, by the way. Okay, ton of respect because the dude gets in the room and it's powerful. Like this is good, but imagine actually being with 7-figure earners all the time. Like your world will change. You will start to think that the invisible is impossible. And then you will start to think the impossible is possible. Then you will start to think the possible is probable, and then you'll start to think the probable is actually happening, right? Like that's the cool piece of this, right? That's called the possibility index, by the way. That's a possibility index, okay? So we went through networking. Also, if you have questions, throw them in chat. Okay, I'm gonna stay a few more minutes. We've been on, 21 minutes or so. Networking, promoting, niche, stay the course, open to change, team. Huge, the team piece is huge. Our business expansion workshop will show you how we recruit people. And we have a new salesperson in here. We have another salesperson starting next Monday. We'll add 4 or 5 this next month at least, right? Like recruiting, you have to have a constant pipeline of people coming through your company. It's a must. The business expansion workshop will show you our exact Indeed ad. It will show you exactly what we text to follow up with recruits. It'll tell you exactly what the phone process is, how we get people in the door. Todd, thank you, sir. Okay, thank you. How we get people in the door, what we say when we interview them, what our multiple step interview process looks like. Like, have you heard enough? Like I'm telling you, this thing is huge. Okay, Todd, if you can get to, I don't know where you're at, buddy, but I'd love to know. If you can get to Springfield, fantastic. If you can't, we'll throw you on Zoom. No worries. Okay, either way, we'll make sure we get you the content because this is ridiculous. The business expansion workshop is one of the top things that we do from a content standpoint. There's not a lot of hype and motivation. Okay, but if that's okay, the content is flipping fantastic. It's ridiculous. Okay, and it's really important. Okay, so anybody have any questions tonight as we wrap up? I want to make this quick. These are 7 specific lessons that I've learned as we've scaled like 8 companies now, I think, to 20 and growing to $20 million. Like in next year, we'll do in excess of $20 million from all these. And I'm not that cool. I'm not that impressive. I'm not that smart. I have a lot of cool, smart, impressive people around me. Okay. And great business partners and a lot of attention in the space. And I promote as hard as anybody. Like who promotes harder than me in the insurance industry? Like, be honest with me. Like, I do not know somebody that does, okay? And I know a lot of people, but I can tell you, I'm committed to promoting, learning, and pushing, right? In an honest, ethical, integral way. And I can tell you, you need to be the same way in your business, okay? Todd and Donovan, we'll get you some information about the business expansion workshop. I appreciate you guys, okay? How did you know what to make your daily focus every day and what to delegate out to the team? Here's the answer. I promote, I connect, and I collect. Okay, here's what that means. I promote everything that's going on. It's huge. I talked about it. It's one of my daily focuses. I connect with top people around the industry so I can learn and do better. And I collect money. If it doesn't relate to one of those 3, YouTube videos and interviews and stuff, that's promoting. A little Zoom, that's connecting and promoting, right? And maybe collecting, right? Like, so those are the 3 things I do every day. They're really focuses, they're important, they're big, and that you need to have 3 main focuses in your company that you do every single day. Okay, super vital, super important. These are lessons as you go to 20 million bucks. Okay, I wish you incredible success. Happy Monday. Hope you have an amazing week, a fantastic December. It starts tomorrow. It starts, when does it start? Wednesday, I think. So let's rock and roll. Have a fantastic finish 2021 strong. Have a fantastic 2022. Hope you have all the success you ever dreamed of. But you got to show up. You got to network, you got to promote, you got to own a niche, you got to stay the course, you got to be open to change, you got to have a fantastic freaking team, and you got to get in the room, okay? So my challenge to you was starting to get in the room, okay? Everybody that's on tonight, appreciate you all, okay? Todd, thank you. You're welcome, buddy. Appreciate you. Information about attending the 8% event from Albert. You got it, brother. Dude, that event is going to be next level this year. We got some crazy, insane stuff planned, and you do not want to miss it, okay? I love you all. Thank you. You got it, Albert. Appreciate you all. Have a great night. Let's rock and roll. Okay, appreciate you. If you love this video, you know I got another one that you're gonna love. I got a video just to your right here. Click on that. It's gonna be amazing. You're gonna love it. And I'll see you in there. I've got a new top 10 quit list that I'm gonna share with you right now. I'm telling you, there are 10 things that you may or may not be doing, but you gotta quit doing these things immediately. I'm telling you.